Good morning, everyone. There is the little monster, Morgana. Morgana, are you a pain in the ass? Yes, she is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go out here and we're going to look at my garden. It looks very, very green, very lush, and definitely the rows are defined. Now I did leave this last row here. I've let it continue to grow up because what I want to do is I want to plant more plants in there, but I wanted to wait. So I've been composting my weeds. Now, how do I do my weeds in my garden? Now you see in my garden I have a lot of ground cover. Now as you can see, all of this stuff here has been twirled and left in the walking spaces because I actually want to work that down into the soil. Since this is a layered garden, I think it's really important to utilize your weeds or your ground cover, whatever you may have in your garden, as part of its own mulch. So what I do is I take this little booger here and I twirl and twirl and twirl, and I pull all the ground covers to the center and drop them. Now, one thing I wanted to show you, this here is my yardstick, and it is 36 inches high, and my tomatoes are much taller than that. We're going to go probably, my goodness, if you go to this one here, it's pretty tall. So my tomatoes look really good. I know they're confined a little bit more than they should be. They are yellowing on the bottom, but we've had a lot of rain. And with the ground cover on my garden, it allows for moisture to hold in. So the only thing I do, like with my Brussels sprouts here, as you can see, they're huge, is I make sure that I get all of the ground covers out from right around. So what I'll do is just pull them out and put them into the center pile, and then I walk on that. So my Brussels sprouts are looking really good. Let's see, let's measure them as well. I have my yardstick here, and they're looking right at about 32 inches, 31.5 inches tall, going to the tallest one. So this is just how I do my garden. I twirl, I twirl, I twirl, I twirl, and I bring them all to the walk area. And so I'm going to be walking on some ground cover, but it's also going to mulch my beds. So there you go. I have lots of green tomatoes coming on. I'm real excited about that. I have another row of tomatoes growing right in there, right with them, and they will also help. I've got more peppers here, some tomatoes, and like I said, this area here, this one row, I just keep building it up, building it up, building it up, and this is where I'm going to put some potatoes and some other things that need to heal. Let me show you this too. Look at this. My squash hanging plant. That looks pretty cool. And then as you can see on the back porch, I have one that has cucumbers and beans and one that has yellow squash. So we're doing really good out here. I will show you this as well. Where my red lettuce has stopped, I added chives. So I just replanted some things in there. Just like my herb bin, my cilantro is going to seed, so I planted some chives in there. I had some open areas, and so I planted another little stonehead cabbage in there, and I will plant a couple more in here as well. My kale is doing fantastic. The chickens are absolutely loving it. But now I did not do anything up to the building because that was the freshest chicken manure, and I didn't want to grow anything in that. So when this is done, I will go in there and cut that and start spreading it towards the center line. Over there I do have a compost bin. It's that right there, and at the end of the season I'll pull that over, put all of that into my wheelbarrow, and put it onto my layered garden. I do have some tomato seedlings I need to separate. I have a couple more cabbages, and I definitely have some pumpkins that need to be planted. So there you go. There's my garden update. You all have a great day. And just remember, if you don't want the squash Oh my goodness, that would be so good fried. Bye, y'all. Have a great day. Hugs from a distance.